老师
Morning 老师，
大家上午好。
，Morning 老师，
上午好，老师。
中午好了。
Okay, now let's begin class. First of all, I'd like to see, is everybody here? I call the roll. Meng Wei,
赵老师，
okay, good. 唐莎莎，洪威廉，哎，李一桐，嗯 ，OK。陆阳，
大老师，
花明梅
赵老师，
，good。花春飞，
赵老师，
新美
高老师，
，good。赵颖爱，
赵老师，
王美花，
赵老师，
哎，玲玲，
赵老师，
倪霞
赵老师，
，OK。小七，
赵老师，
OK。林永富
赵老师，
，OK。张福明
赵老师，
，OK。杜富丽，杜富丽，易普拉欣，易普拉欣。Okay, good. Only two are absent today. I hope they will come. It's good. I'd like to show you. Last time, you divided in yourself into three groups. Into three groups. I think you know which team you are in. Can you see the groups?
Yes 老师，
Okay. So there are three groups, three teams. And today, let's talk about China's science and technology. China's science and technology in 2021. Let's see. In this period, I'd like you to learn to know some great achievements in China in science and technology. And the second point is be able to, you can describe the major effects of science and technology on the development of China and the world, on the whole world. And third, you'd better be interested in some of the achievements with better human life and vision. So this is the objectives of this lecture. Now today, before my lecture, there are two activities. The first one is team reporting. I'd like one member of your team reports the main aspects introduced in the videos according to the division of the teams. Here, can you see my screen? Can you see my screen?
No,
老师。
Okay, good.
You pause your screen.
Sorry?
The screen was paused, 老
You
师。
pause your screen, Master.
Okay. Is it okay now?
No,
No, 老师。
Okay, the first team who like to report? Who like to report instead of for your team? Who like to?
me 老师。
First team 老师。
Oh, Huang Mingmei. Okay, please. Huang Mingmei.
Wait, 老师 we will share the screen.
Okay. So the others can see Huang Mingmei's screen. They can
Yes,
see?
老师。
Okay, good.
老师 I'm watching free.
Okay, please.
Okay. So Nin Hao, I'm a representative of a team 3 consists of Chao Ying-ai, me, Hua Chunfei, Hua Mingmei, Chang Puming, Li Yongfu, Xin Mei, He Lingling. So I will explain about the first video that our team has been discussed. Based on that video, they talk about People's Republic or Renmin So basically, the main topic of that video was China's development in each aspect and President of China, Xi Jinping's influence in each of these aspects. What has Xi Jinping done? We're gonna talk the aspect one by one. So the first one is technology or tissue. So what happened with China's technology? Technology has been a remarkable transformation of China. It breaks the old barriers of regional markets and combines them into a nationwide market. New generation information technologies represented by artificial intelligence, quantum information science, mobile telecommunication, the Internet of Things, and blockchain are accelerating breakthrough application. The development of clean, high efficiency, and sustainable energy technologies is accelerating and will usher in a global energy revolution. Space and maritime technologies are expanding the frontiers of where humans can live and work. So that's about technology. The second one is agriculture or 농业. President Xi Jinping underlined the significant role of agriculture college in promoting the development of farming, rural areas and the lives of farmers, and urged the learning institution to make greater contribution to rural vitalization. Because agriculture can help the poor to get a better economy, he underlined ensuring the supply of key agriculture products, especially grain, as the top priority in rural revitalization. Cannot become modernized without modernizing its agriculture sector and rejuvenating its rural areas. And science and technology as well as talent development are keys. So the third one is health. China launched a new round of healthcare system reform in 2009 and proposed the goal of equal and guarantee essential medical and health service for all by 2020. China achieved near universal coverage through provision of publicly funded basic medical insurance. The urban employed are required to enroll in employment-based program, which is funded primarily via employer and employee payroll taxes. China has one of the world's oldest medical system. So maybe you guys already know a little bit about China's healthcare because we've been learning that from Laotia. That is traditional Chinese medicine. So a popular Chinese saying states, excellence is from experience. The foundation of traditional Chinese medicine is based on 5,000 years of practice and experiences. With the founding of New China in 1949, Western medicine in the region also began to play a large role in medical care. As modern, westernized medicine's impact increased, it led to development of integrative medicine. At the end of 1950s, theories, therapeutic principles, technologies, and understanding of the life science were elaborate, and the basic structure of traditional Chinese medicine also became clearer. Most importantly, traditional Chinese medicine began to reach a common point with modern medicine. So that's about developing health in China. So the fourth is infrastructure. The backbone of any economy is infrastructure, and what China has shown is tremendous in terms of their investment in infrastructure space. China carried out the large-scale infrastructure revolution and modernization in the world. To improve balances in the China's economy, President Xi Jinping and his team are investing in giant infrastructure projects. So you can see in the right side is the bridge that frontier of China's high-speed train network. So it's one of China's infrastructure. In city like Shanghai, the high-speed train network is part of everyday life. What infrastructure a really good rail system does is to create an interactive China. A China that gets smaller and smaller where accessibility grows and grows. So the last one is economy. China's gross domestic product or GDP in 2021 was recorded to exceed 110 trillion yuan. That much. This value accounts for more than 30% of world economic growth. Back in 2012, China's GDP at that time was about 53,858 trillion yuan, or accounting for about 11.5% of the total global GDP. China's economic miracle doesn't happen by chance based on Xi Jinping's thoughts on a socialist economy, with China's characteristic for a new era, which he announced at the Central Economic World Conference. Xi Jinping economic thinking consists of a series of principles. One of these principles is to remain committed to a people-centered development philosophy, in accordance with reforms that have been carried out in all areas of public concern. That you can see, a graph of China's growing economic was increased. So regarding the principle of relationship between government and market, Xi Jinping's economic thought underscored the need to ensure that the market plays a decisive role in the allocation of resources. On the other hand, the government is playing its role better and firmly removing institutional barriers to economic development. So that's all about China's developing in every aspect based on one video, the first video. That's all for me too. Thank you for the attention. 谢谢大家.
Okay,
Thank you,
good.
Aisha.
Good. Thank you very much, Hua Chunfei. Thank you. Thank you for the members of your team. Here, I have several questions for, to ask about your reporting. Now, first, have all the members done the research for your reporting? May.
Yes, Lasha.
That's good. And the second, who is the main member of reporting? That means, who collected the materials, who made the PPT?
All the members, Losha. So
All the members.
every aspect that collect by every member, Losha.
Okay, good. And the third question is where did you get the materials?
Based on the video that you give.
In the videos. In the video.
Yes, Losha. Yes.
Yes, Lasha. And we also searched in another search for collect the material.
That's good. Okay, thank you. Our next group, next team, next one.
Thank you, Lasha.
Team 2 would like to report. Okay, Li Tong, please.
Hello, 大家好. Here I will show the main idea of the American Discovery Channel documentary, Xi Jinping Governance Strategy, China's 5-year, or Xi Jinping 4个方路中国15年. Before I start, I want to tell you what the American Discovery Channel documentary. So this is the documentary film was first broadcast on the Discovery Channel Asia Pacific television network, reaching over 2,000 million viewers in 37 countries and territories including Japan, South Korea, and Australia. According to the Xinhua News Agency, this is the first time the international mainstream media has broadcast a program that comprehensively and systematically interprets the thought of a Chinese leader in governing the country. The documentary film is presented by 3 young people from different fields. They have different professional background and want to understand different focus. Such as their perspective makes the documentary more lively, intimate, and enchanting. This documentary film is well made and has a unique perspective and shows what China is like in a comprehensive and objective manner and tells the story of Chinese leader. This documentary film has a total 3 episodes, namely People's Republic, Renmin Xinhuai, Running China Now, Ta Kuo Cheli, and All About Her Su Gongyan. However, I will only show one of the main ideas of this documentary film, which is Running China Now, or Ta Kuo Cheli. Okay, the member is me, Li Yitong, Wang Xiumei, Wang Meihua, Ni Xia, Xiao Ji, Tu Fuli, and Ibo Lasik. So the first is China's development. We think about China's development as being fast and furious and intense, and they are gonna have to downshift into slow and steady and more mindful. They are turning out very large number of people in, computer science and so on. And how China's reputation. China's reputation as the world manufacturer is well known but distinct, because the focus now all across the Chinese economy is encouraging creativity to design high-value products, where the Chinese company own the intellectual property, moving up the value chain using new kind of technology that's big transition. Take for example BOE. It started out in the when 990 making components for Virgin Design TV. Now it's transformed itself into one of the world's biggest producers and designer of screens for TV, tablets, even mobile phone. And then the economic. These are the elements, the key elements that are needed, and you start with the economic goal of a moderately prosperous society, which is building the economy, and then comprehensive reform recognizes that not just economic reform, but a reform of a sector. Comprehensive development in China, it requires and integrates approach to politics, economy, culture, society, and environment. The open policies, President Xi's focus. The open policies, President Xi's focus on using openness to create more opportunity is to make it more safer for enterprise. One of the key ideas is to encourage entrepreneurship in the service industry. China established its FTS to follow the worldwide trend, which is free trade, free investment, a better environment for the service industry to attract foreign investment. The open policies stimulate the push into high-value service from low-cost manufacturing. In order to ensure such sustainable development is working on creating a blueprint for smart megacities all across the country, and a key task for presidencies to keep an eye on the future and make sure system is always upgraded. This kind of innovation is more than just technology, it includes the way the system works, regulation, and market innovation. In the process of the Chinese mind, there is a great deal of admiration for innovation and creation, and trying things new and experimentation and being enterprising. And it's with that spirit that President Xi is trying to transform the entire system. Summary. The core message we think is the new China now is winning its battle with modernity, and that's not been true before. Now, China is the rich, strong country. Okay, that's all. Thank you. 谢谢大家。
Okay, good. Thank you very much, the members of Team 2, especially Li Tong. Thank you very much. On your PPT, they were beautiful. Yeah, I can see you spent a lot of energy, a lot of time making the PPT, right? And you have connected a lot of meaningful materials. I think it's a very, very true, very true. And for China, I think the last sentence in your PPT, China is the strong, rich, strong country, and not the only one. I think China is not rich enough. I think China is strong in some aspects, and is stronger and stronger, not the strongest. There's a big gap between China and the developed countries, such as America and the countries in the European. Yeah, there's a big gap. But China is advancing forward. Yeah. Thank you very much, Li Tong. Thank you for the members of the team. Okay, next one. Collective.
Me, no, sir.
Okay, good. Boy, a boy.
Yes, Dad.
Come on, way. Yeah, please.
Waiting, no, sir.
Yeah, please. And show us in full screen. Full screen. Come on, way. Is anything wrong?
Waiting, no, sir.
Yeah, please. Come on, way.
Sir, so I can share screen.
Yeah, please.
Okay.
Please start from the first page. Start from the first page.
There's some trouble with my share screen, no, sir.
Okay.
I will.
Pomare, do you need my help to share screen?
Yes, please.
Come on. can you stop share first?
Yes. Sorry, also sorry.
No title? Can you? Something wrong with your computer, right?
Yes, Lawson.
Okay. Has other member in your team have the PPT?
Okay. Sorry also for from some trouble. Okay, now good morning everyone. Allow me to introduce myself and my team. I want to thank you for coming to our presentation today. I am representative of Team 3 in this opportunity. I would like to present about discussion the third video with the theme how China is developing in all about some important point for China to develop it. I will explain has been discussed by our team. Our team consists of me, Peng Mangwei, Heng Sasa, Peng Wei Lien, Wang Xiaoen, Tu Yawei, and Ouyang Nana.
Okay, good.
Bring our attention now to the first point is the Belt of and Road Initiative. What is that? Formerly known as One Belt, One Road, or ABRT in short, but then the English translation has been changed to the Belt and Road Initiative by since 2016. The One Belt, One Road or ABRT initiative is a Chinese economic and strategic agenda among multiple countries spread across the continent of Asia, Africa, and Europe, being more closely tied along two roads and overland and one maritime. As of March 2020, 146 countries were listed and having signed up to the BRI. The basic concept of this award is the backbone of any economy is infrastructure. It doesn't matter how many goods and services you can produce if you cannot deliver them to market. The next point is President Xi Jinping ideas about our Over it is considered a centerpiece of the Chinese leader Xi Jinping foreign policy. Our aim to provide strategic concepts with regard to political, economic, and cultural realm. Xi Jinping vision to connect China globally by construction infrastructure linked to the allocation of multi-billion dollar financing project. Xi Jinping now as a leader who have very big dream is to bring a modern, developed and progressive for China. But besides the thing that Xi Jinping say, his philosophy, his ideas are not just close to the Chinese people but to the world beyond. Let me let's move on to the main purpose of the Belt and Road Initiative. The main purpose of the China of to use initiative the state converts the enhance infrastructure connectivity, increasing investment across China neighboring regions. And let's see the left side in the picture over. How this project work? As the objective of the overall strategy are to promote economic prosperity of the countries along the Belt and Road and regional economic cooperation to the strengthen exchange and mutual learning between different civilizations and to promote peace and development. Here we can see the example in the Kenya. Before the Chinese came on board with the project, like rail travel in Kenya had been way off track. There is one problem. One problem is the money. Let's see the picture. Rail in the Kenya. In 2014, finally, President Xi Jinping offered a solution, a loan of the 19% of the cost of a new railway, technical expertise and overseas training for Kenya. The investment in infrastructure in Kenya that will expand into the entire massive transformative for country that needs to trade. If they can use that massively massively transformative for countries that need to trade, if they can use that capital to invest in country that is a 100% arable land or where they can easily grow crops, they can say, we will the infrastructure win for you, but in returns, we need food. Can you export and your food to us win for us? Next point will be explained by Peng Wei Lian.
Okay, please
The
continue.
next point.
Yeah, please.
Another story comes from Venus, the city of water. Former Mayor Paulo Costa, Inesbo in Brit, is on a mission to revive the glory days of his city. 500 years ago, it was one of the richest of most completed cities in the world. It was absolutely the point on which everything was happening was the Shanghai of the time. The time, all thanks to trade along the magical ski route. But Venus has a problem. Tourism is almost the only industry left in the city. It's all property as a wealthy port city built on processing international airways. Trade is long gone. Paulo project to revive finance fortune is visionary and cutting edge. The idea is to build a deep water container for 8 kilometers offshore that will bring vital new business and jobs to finance without damaging the ocean. The next point is a overall project are already under construction success rate. The first picture, Business in Laos. The second picture, railways route in Ethiopia. The next picture, power plant across Central and South Asia. The last picture, for in Greece and Pakistan. He believes finance has the chance to become the port of choice for ships coming from the east once again. What was the impact of the Belt and Road Initiative? The Belt and Road Initiative, or the Belt and Road Initiative, is a global project which of course has various kinds of impact on various cities, both positive and negative. In 2016, Xi Jinping to signatures the Community of Shared Destiny and Globalization come together when China founded a bank specifically designed to fund development is called AEEB, the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank. One of the AEB first launch was to help improve hundreds of poor Indonesian neighborhoods. Upgrading a slum in Indonesia makes seem like a really small project, but the economic implication can be huge. In Indonesia, Sumono, his job is making ampo from clay. He makes a type of traditional Japanese herbal remedy imit local sell ampo to aid digestion for is he need clean sand. However, when the local river was polluted, Sumono could not work. But we think it's very a natural thing. All things have opposite sides. It's just how we don't ignore the negative impact, even if it's only on a small scale, and try to find the best solution to solve it. What will China gain from the Belt and Road Initiative? Announced in 2013, the Belt and Road Initiative (BRE), also known as On Road, aims to strengthen China connectivity with the world in combined new NO project cover an expansive geography scope and include effort to strengthen her infrastructure of infrastructure and culturalities. As of October 2019, the plan 138 countries with a combined gross domestic product trillion and some 4.6 billion people. The Belt and Road Initiative is an economic tool that can split the development and minimize the onset and discontext. Surgery present in China province that are on the Belt and Road but on the reverse. Reverse. The next one. Transport link or more than just boat trade is opportunity to share culture exchange. Culture exchange is so important because it reminds us used to be front of our one culture traditional and also reminds us of the common ground that we all share. One of the Chinese culture that is now increasing in demand is TCM. Today, students arrive from all over the world to study TCM draw to this ancient Chinese system of knowledge. This big dream now can be realized and become a whole project, which has the potential to become one of the most important ways of thinking around the world since World War II. Big dream with the right way, and her world will eventually come true. Thank you.
Okay, that's it from our group. Thank you for attention. Sorry if there are mistakes. If there are some who are still confused, please ask. 谢谢大家。
Okay, thank you. Thank you for your reporting all the teams. I think it's the first time we present in a class this term. And the three groups have done a very, very excellent job. You prepared carefully before the lecture. I spent a lot of time. Yes, you investigated China carefully. and you collected a lot of information. It's good. But there's some points I'd like to mention here to improve. First, about your presentation in your language. I think if you can speak in English, in Chinese, it's better. But today, all of you spoke English. English is okay. It's okay. But for the students presented today, boys, the English of boys is a little poorer than girls. I'd like you to improve English, because all the lectures given by Chinese teachers are in English. I hope you improve your English and understand and learn more. And the second is about your PPT. Your PPTs, the second team, led by Li Tong, yeah. The PPT of this team is much better. Much better. And the third one, I think you have to improve a lot. There are too many words on PPTs. And I'd like you to list the key points. I think that there are some information repeated in your PPT. For example, the first boy reported us what is one belt, one road, and the second boy also repeated the definition. And the third is the information has to be related to each other, to be related to the topic. Yeah. In a word, you've done a very good job, and thank you very much. Now, let's continue. I will spend, I think, 1 hour to introduce the achievements of Chinese science and technology in 2021. And just now, we finished team reporting. Now, I have 2 questions to let in. The first question is, when is the starting point of modern China? When is the starting point of modern China? Who can? You can guess.
In 1912.
1919年
In 2012, just now a girl mentioned, and another answer, modern China. Tang Shasha. Yeah, I see you. And what's your opinion? When is the starting point of modern China? Tang Shasha.
Yes, 老师.
Your opinion?
Based off our PPT before, I think it's about 2013 or 14.
2013, 14? 2000? I mean, okay, thank you. I think the year should be 1978. 1978. In this year, China adopted the opening and reforming policies. China opened the gate to the outside world. And since this year, China has developed a lot. And the second question, can you give some examples of China's big achievements on science and technology in modern times? I think this is quite easy. Just now, a lot of you talked about this question. So I don't want to spend more time on this. Now, I just like to introduce 16 breakthroughs in science. Oh, sorry. It's okay?
还没有。
现在有
看见了吗？
看见了。
Okay.
看见了，老师。
Okay, thank you. Awesome. Something. So something. Okay. In the past year, China has made many advances and breakthroughs in science and technology, as well as significant progress in quantum computing. Quantum computing, do you know? Let me show you quantum computing. Oh, sorry. Quantum. Here, quantum computing. For example, China's fast. Here, this China's fast officially opened to the world for observation applications. And the world's first artificial methods of synthesizing starch from carbon dioxide was developed. These are just a couple of the major scientific and technological breakthroughs in China in 2021. Among them, 4 of the breakthroughs were made in Hefei. Yeah, Hefei is a city. East China's Anhui province, which demonstrates the city's strong scientific and technological innovation capacity. Today, I will introduce some important achievements. China's latest progress in basic research and original innovation. And these achievements have helped get the 14th five-year plan of the good start. You know, in China, we have 5-year plans in every aspect regarding economy, science and technology, education, and society. We have a lot of 5-year plans, but this 2025. Now, let's take a look at the top picks. And the first one, let's see, is Tianwen 1. Tianwen 1, rover lands on Mars. Tianwen. On May 15th, 2021, China's first Mars probe Tianwen-1 touched down at its pre-selected landing area in the southern part of Utopia Planitia, a vast plain on the north hemisphere of Mars. That means last year, China's first Mars probe Tianwen-1 landed on Mars. Now, this achievement made China the second nation in history to land a rover on the red planet. And the mission was the first step in China's planetary exploration of the solar system. So this is very important. And there's some more facts about probing explanation into Mars. Yeah, China's Mars rover finds water evidence on the red planet. And this is news several days ago. And one of the crucial issues for mankind to solve before landing humans on Mars is that they must find usable water on the barren, reddish planet for the adventurers to consume. Now, Chinese scientists have found new evidence that there was water on Mars, and there are hydrated minerals on the red planet, which can be potentially exploited during future crucial crewed Mars missions. And there's 2 rovers. The first is Zhurong. Zhurong is the core component of Tianwen 1. This is 祝融. The country's first interplanetary mission, and is also the sixth rover on the red planet. The first five were from the United States. And here, 祝融 has worked on the Martin land for nearly a year, and it previously was supposed to work there only 3 months. Now it worked for a year. The rover has traveled nearly 2,000 meters and obtained a great deal of data. The AGNet still has sufficient energy and is in good condition. This shows the advancement in building rover. Yeah. And the second breakthrough in science and technology in 2021 is Shenzhou 12, Shenzhou 13 spaceships docked with space station. Last year, on April 29th, China launched the Tianhe core module into space, which will act as the management and control hub of the Tiangong space station. So Tiangong will be the space station, and Tianhe is a spaceship. In June and October 2021, the Shenzhou 12 and 13 manned spaceships successfully docked with Tianhe, delivering 6 taikonauts. This is a Chinese word. That means Chinese astronauts. 6 Chinese astronauts to the core module. The missions laid a solid foundation for the construction of China's space station, which is expected to be completed by the end of 2022. That means by the end of this year. Let's see, this is the plan of Chinese space station. And the Shenzhou 13 manned spaceship, which carried 3 astronauts, was launched on October 16th last year and returned to Earth on April 16th this year. The experiments in space science and technology were carried out during the in-orbit flight. The mission highlights that China has completed the verification of key technologies of its space station and also sets a record for China's astronauts' duration in orbit. Let's see the plan of China's space station. What new progress will be made in China's space station program in 2020? There's a launch schedule. The launch schedule. 2 space labs will be launched. The 6 astronauts will be sent to the space station. And 3 of Shenzhou 14 and Shenzhou 13, Shenzhou 15 will be launched. Here, if you have interest, you can read some information in this picture. Now the third one is Chang'e's lunar samples reveal Moon's evolutionary history. The year before last, China's Chang'e 5 probe retrieved 1,731 grams of samples from the moon, which were the country's first samples collected from the extraterrestrial object. This word means outside the Earth. Chinese researchers have studied the lunar samples brought back by the Chang'e 5 mission and dated the youngest rock on the moon at around 2 billion years old. So this is quite important information got from the youngest rock on the moon. This means the extension of the life of lunar by 800 to 900 million years, longer than previously known. This is a very big achievement, probing into the life of the moon. And the fourth achievement is China's giant telescope. Since March last year, China's FAST, the world's largest single dish and most sensitive radio telescope, has opened to the world for observation applications. I heard from the news, this telescope is open to the applicants from all over the world. If you have the interest to use the data from the telescope, you can apply through the internet. So this is quite it's good for the world. FAST, located in the karst depression in Guizhou is province in west-south China. It's the world's largest single-dish radio telescope with a receiving area equivalent to 13 football fields. So very big. And it is expected that FAST will maintain its world-class status for the next 20 to 30 years. With this innovation design, FAST has broken the 100-meter engineering limit for telescopes construction and created a new mode to build large radio telescopes. Here, the opening of FAST demonstrated China's willingness for global cooperation and its practice of building a community with a shared future for humanity. So this is also a very big achievement. And this one, pay attention to this one. This is a very I think is a revolution in science. In the future, we all other human beings will benefit from this technology. Synthesizing starch from carbon dioxide. Do not starch. Hi. Do not starch. It is a basic ingredient of food. Yeah. Human beings need starch to survive. Yeah, it's a main ingredient element. Here, a study published in the journal Science on September 24th, 2021, detailed on artificial method of synthesizing starch from carbon dioxide developed by Chinese scientists. Here, the study is the first of its kind globally. It's first of its kind globally. And the study promises to help realize lab-based starch production and provide a new technical route for synthesizing complex molecules from carbon dioxide. The sixth is study provides target for SARS-CoV-2 antiviral development. That means researchers of China presented a structured snapshot of SARS-CoV-2 replication and transcription complex as it transitions toward cap structure synthesis. The research paves a way to understanding the RTC. RTC means replication and transcription complex architecture and provides a target for antiviral development. This technology will be beneficial to the development of medical science and human healthcare. Our next one is scalable production of high-performing fiber lithium batteries. 锂电池 Here you can see, based on the findings, Chinese scientists have realized the scalable production of high-performing woven lithium-ion fiber batteries, bring the wireless charging of electronics very close, one step closer to reality. So it's good to the electronics, the field of engineering. We can charge, through clothes. Yeah, this one, breakthrough in quantum computing. This is one of the most great achievements in science and technology in 2021. Last year, China achieved a quantum computational advantage in two mainstream technological rules. One, various photonics quantum computing technology. So this is the one. And the other is through superconducting quantum computing technology. Yeah, the two rules are quite different. Some advanced computers like 九章 like 祖冲之 this is advanced computers. Here, a research team designed a 1666-qubit programmable superconducting quantum computing system named 祖冲之 2.1. Read about fidelity of it was considerably improved to an average of 97.74%. It's quite high. And 九章 2 point. Another quantum computer based on light, which can carry out large-scale gushing, Bosing sampling, sublimation times faster than the world's fast existing supercomputer. So 祖冲之 and 九章 are two supercomputers. The research results have paved the way for China to realize quantum supremacy, which can indicate an overwhelming quantum computational speedup. And the ninth one is a new record in China. Quantum memory. It's also about quantum 量子。Yeah, here, pay attention to the main points of this. Chinese scientists successfully extended the storage time of optical memories to over 1 hour, breaking the record of 1 minute made by German researchers in 2013. That means the German researchers made the storage time only 1 minute. Now Chinese scientists made it over 1 hour. The storage of photons is crucial in the field of quantum communications, 量子沟通, 量子交际. By extending the storage of photons in quantum memory, quantum information can be transmitted by directly transporting quantum memory. So considering the speed of transportation such as via airplanes and high-speed rails, the storage time of a quantum memory needs to be at least an hour. So this technology will help greatly in airplanes and high-speed rails. On the 10th, self-powered soft robot explores Marina Trench. Do you know Marina Trench? Marina Trench is the deepest part of the ocean in the world. Chinese researchers had developed the world's first soft robot that can operate in the Mariana Trench. The research has greatly reduced the cost of deep-sea robots and promoted the application of soft robot in deep-sea engineering. Our next one is causes bird migration routes, key genes in long-distance migration. There's a group of researchers established a research system on the migration of Arctic peregrine falcons. It's a kind of birds, using satellite tracking and relevant genomic information. So the research indicates that long-term memory may be an important basis for the long-distance migration of birds. It also adapts an interdisciplinary approach to explain the causes and the genetic basis of changes in migratory routes of birds. And this will be helpful in navigation. And 12th is about rice. Yeah, white, traploid rice. A breakthrough has been made in creating novel crops through the novel domestication of wild traploid rice, which can boost future crop production. This is a science of producing new rice in agriculture. And scientists made new rice from the wild traploid rice to create a novel polyploid rice crop. His research proved that the proposed strategy is practical, and that the de novo domesticated traploid rice can be developed into a new staple cereal to strengthen food security. You know, in China, rice growing is a main sector in agriculture. Our next one is a large-scale cryogenic refrigeration system. I can see. I don't want to read. Okay, next one is new record. There's a new record in Chinese science and technology. It's Chinese artificial sun. Chinese artificial sun. And last year, Chinese scientists set a new record by achieving a plasma temperature of, here, pay attention to the degrees, very high, 120 million degrees Celsius, and also pay attention to the time, 101 seconds. Yeah, the degrees are very high, very, very hot. And realizing plasma temperature of 160 million degrees Celsius for 20 seconds. 20 seconds. This breakthrough is a significant step towards the testing of a fusion reactor. You can imagine through this degree, what can exist under this high degree? What can exist? And also, this is quite an important one. Earth System Numerical Simulation Facility. That means Chinese scientists established a Earth Lab. Using a high-performance computation platform for stimulation of Earth climate system, environmental system, ecological system, and space weather system. And there's a key technology is high-performance computing platform. This is the key equipment in this NAP. The NAP can be used to reconstruct the Earth's past climate, simulate the present, and predict the future, helping us to, for example, mitigate natural weather disasters. It will also support greenhouse gas accounting and future warming estimates. Future warming estimates helping China to achieve its peak carbon neutrality goals. On the 16th, the last one, single crystal ice microfibers. Single crystal ice microfibers. That means Chinese researchers created a single crystal ice microfibers at a temperature of 50 degrees below zero, 50 degrees below zero, which can serve as an optional material for making optical fibers. Here, this is important point in this technology, which can serve as an optional material for making optical fibers. The results of this study will expand people's understanding of eyes and inspire people to carry out research on eyes-based optical fiber. Do you know optical fiber? Yeah, just now I just listed 16 achievements in science and technology last year happened in China. Actually, there are many others. We don't have a lot of time to talk one by one. Now, the last, let's see, China's science and technology sector sees historic changes over decades. China's science and technology sector has witnessed historic, holistic, and structural changes over the past decade. There are five facts. The first, China has fully integrated into the global innovation network. On its science tech development demonstrates the sector's overall layout and development trend with the characteristics of the new era. So this is the first point. China has fully integrated into the global innovation network. And the second point is, last year, China's spending on research and development was 2.7 times its 2012 level, hitting a new high of 2.44% of its GDP. On its basic research expenditure was 3.4 times. The basic research expenditure was 3.4 times its 2012 level. That means Chinese government enterprises invest a lot on R&D. Here, this is a figure. R&D investment from 2013 to 2020. You can see the rise, the increase rate 105.9%. And the third point is, China rose to 12th on the Global Innovation Index 2021, up from the 34th in 2012, making it the only country in the world to achieve a sustained and rapid rise. And the fourth point is, China's scientific research level and its overall strength in science tech disciplines have been greatly enhanced, with some disciplines reaching internationally leading levels. Some disciplines reaching internationally leading levels and much self-developed advanced equipment and many self-developed systems. have been put into use is effectively promoting the rapid industrial upgrade. 5G, 5G. After class, I'd like you to watch a video introducing 5G technology in China. And the last point, China's science tech development has become the primary driving force, supporting and leading the country's high-quality economic development and the improvement of its people's livelihoods. I found two pictures. This is the bridge, the huge bridge. Just now I saw it in one of the team's presentation, one of the team's PPTs. And the second one, I think this is the opening ceremony of the Winter Olympic Games this year, holding in China. A lot of new technologies used in this opening ceremony. Okay, I think this is all for the day. I don't want you to remember all the information I introduced today, because there are 16 achievements or breakthroughs in China last year. I just want you to know some aspects, some main points, and the technologies will do good to humans, do good to the development of China and the world. Okay. Now, homework for today. Homework. The first one, read the following Chinese and record it. And just now I introduced the 3 achievements. The 3, number 1, number 2, number 3. Now, here is the Chinese version. Just now I introduced in English. This is Chinese. 那据统计，中国科技进步对经济增长的贡献率达到60%。让我们看看2021年中国的重大科技成就。The biggest great scientific achievements. Number 1, 中国人造太阳 the man-made sun. Number 2, 中国空间站开启有人长期驻留时代。天河、天宫、神舟 Chinese astronauts. Number 3, 中国首次实现淀粉的全人工合成。淀粉 starch, 人工合成 synthesizing. So this the second, watch the video 港珠澳大桥. There's a video I will send to our WeChat group. After watching, please write down in Chinese here, in Chinese, your impression about the bridge. You better read in less than 115 Chinese characters. And the third one is continue reading the PDF textbook. I clear your homework. Do you have any questions?
Yes, 老师。
没有老师。
Yes, 老师，没有问题。
没有问题啊。Next period, next week, we'll still talk about Chinese science and technology. I will talk in five fields, such as agriculture, transportation, exploration into outer space and the ocean, such kind. Altogether 5 fields, one by one. If you have time and if you are interested in Chinese science and technology, you can find some materials to know before. Okay. Okay, that's all for today. See you next week. By the way, I haven't received some students' homework. Please send them today. And another point, please send your PPTs to me. The 3 teams, yeah, please send your PPTs to me. Clear?
OK 老师。
好的，老师。
Okay. Thank you very much. See you. Bye bye.
谢谢老师。
谢谢老师。
谢谢老师，
拜拜。
谢谢老师。
再见。